As you get to the magic barrier, the louder a whisper, just on the verge of hearing becomes. It says over and over, the door will open to the strongest, defeat the monsters, get the key. The key is hidden between two rivers falling onto the same lake. Find it, come. Okay.
We can do it!
What a miserable last chapter.
I had a good idea. It worked, but it's just not worked the way I thought in my head. Like I say, I did manage to get everybody over here. I was hoping that they would all come to me closer, and that way I would just pile drive this. I was hoping that would do more damage, and it didn't do that much damage. Like, surprised. Yeah, so it certainly seems like I needed a scroll of something here. And I don't know what. Yes. New. Okay, what's causing all the fuss? You mean those fish jumping ashore? Those fools believe it's thanks to their patron, the Silver Dragon. Dragon? He supposedly decided to provide the villagers a feast and sent them this gift, idiots. I don't know the real reason those fish are jumping, but if it were me, I wouldn't get too close to those fish or that lake. Who's in charge? Ivar. He's a resourceful one, to be sure. Made the whole area believe he's some chosen one, the spokesman for the Silver Dragon. The audience around here listen to everything he says and do whatever he asks. It's strange though, after this Ivar fella came to the village with his sack of silver scales and his ridiculous stories about Silver Dragon, things in the area started to change. There was this wolf pack used to cut through the local cow like a housewife cuts through vegetables. After Ivar got here, the wolves won't even come close to the local cows. Same for the monsters in the woods. They don't take a step one towards the village or its people. It's all pretty strange, if you ask me. Very strange indeed. I'm surprised to see a trader. I usually buy hides from the local hunters, but sometimes they come up with some rather intriguing trophies. You wonder though, considering the number of different beasts living in the woods. I have no idea what you mean, Grace. This is all pretty standard trade around these parts, you know. Totally unrelated. I just realised I haven't had an opportunity before to offer a donation to help support your band. Wow, those like him think anything can be bought, even laws and rules. Alright. There's a cave to the north. Some less than law-abiding fellows have taken up residence there. If we are being uncharitable, you could call them bandits. I'll sell things they've collected, but I never rob anyone myself. My word and honour on that. But you did try to bribe me. Don't go back to your old ways, you'll find yourself in real trouble. Sure, yes, of course. We believe he will keep his word. Though on second thought, I know how convincing you can be. Well, you know how convincing I can be. Yes, right. A ruddy-faced villager waves to you cheerfully. Hello there, traveller. A good day to you. A good day to us all. The Silver Dragon himself turned the day into a feast for us. And why, you might ask? All because I forgot my fishing gloves at home. Okay, who are you? I'm Aysel, a fisherman. I mean, I was a fisherman when I did fishing. I don't fish now, so I guess I'm not a fisherman anymore. I don't think so. So what's going on here? Dragon feast? I am telling you, I went fishing, but I left my fishing gloves at home. So I blistered my hands pulling out the nets. So I couldn't fish anymore, so I had to go hungry. I had to, but didn't. Because fish just started jumping out of the water. So our great Silver Dragon took care of me. He must have been watching, thinking, how will this poor sod Aysel get by with blistered hands? How will he fish? What will he eat? How about I send some fish ashore for him? So. Yeah. Now I think I'll never bring my fishing gloves again. So fish will always jump out of the lake into on their own. That'll be great. Maybe. But yeah, weird. Tell me about this fish situation. Just go to the shore and see for yourself. They jump right out of the water. We can barely keep up with collecting and salting them. We made 3 barrels since the morning dawned, and our barrels are really big, not just any normal barrels. Tell me about the dragon. He's a huge dragon, a silver one. That's why he's called the Silver Dragon. He's very kind and always helps us. The lake is one of his footprints, filled with water. That's how we got to the lake. I've got one of his scales. It's my lucky charm. The fisher proudly holds it, a scale held by a string around his neck. Ivar gave it to me. We can search around for him. He'll maybe give you one too. I doubt it now. I doubt it. Dragons that huge don't exist. Maybe not in other places. Maybe our dragon is one of a kind. Have you seen the dragon? Sure did. Day before yesterday. 2 months ago too. Brevis the trader says I'm a fool and it was just a thundercloud. But you shouldn't listen to him. He sent Ivar to us. Well, not sent really. Ivar was here before, but he was only a hunter, not a dragon's voice. When Ivar became the dragon voice, everything got better all at once. Most of the bandits disappeared from the roads, monsters stopped attacking us in the woods, and wolves don't even take our cattle anymore. And now there's the fish to top it all. Yep, the silver dragon is the best dragon ever. Best dragon! Right. Talk about this hunter. You see, he's a dragon voice. The silver dragon tells him things like Ivar tells us. Like when the dragon chased the wolves from our herd. He told Ivar and Ivar told us. And when he scared the monsters away so they wouldn't attack us, he told Ivar that too. We get all kinds of great news from Ivar. Got any idea who I am? That's great, I think. You know what? You should talk to Ivar first. You can ask the Silver Dragon's opinion on the greatness of that. Ivar's an important person here, and the dragon is even more important. What if he doesn't want some strange baron barreling around? Yeah, maybe. Okay, yeah, strange baron barreling around. Yeah, okay.
We can do it!
Do not go.
Dun, dun, dun.
Strike with all your might! We won't falter!
And Nixie, slime and deceiving is sobbing. Noticing stranger, she flinches. Not again. What are you doing here? What do you want? Go away. If my family sees you, you're as good as dead, I promise. I'm Lykka. The lake is our home, though we've let other people live around here too. Oh, we never should have done that. We should have chased those foolish bumpkins away as soon as they started building their houses here. Now they've brought disaster down on all of us. It's her face. My family kicked me out, all because of what I did to that stupid boat. Everyone was furious when the evil box fell in the lake, but I was just trying to do the right thing. I'm no enemy. If you were an enemy, you'd just be a few bubbles on the lake surface by now, but here I am. See, still standing and talking to you. She sobs again. What can you tell me what happened? Those men brought trouble. The ones from the big boat. They came from Tor the Lebanese and brought that scary box with them. Even the fish in the lake could tell the box was very, very evil. But those fools on the boat just laughed, bowing to the box, calling themselves Charon's Choosing or something. Great. They claimed he He'd reward them soon. I was the one who rewarded them though. I made them crash the big boat against the foot of the high cliff to sink themselves. I know that name, an ancient deity of death and evil. I was not aware he still had any worshippers. Did you drown them? Well, I'm going to say yes. That was the last anyone saw of them. The evil box sunk too. If I hadn't done it, they'd have opened the box, you understand? Then something terrible would have happened. How should I know? I just know the box is evil. Everyone but the stupid humans can sense it. Fish started jumping ashore after the box fell in the lake. Wolves took their hunting up north to get away from it, and the humans wanted to open it. First the one from the boat, and now those other ones came for it. And the Nixies are mad at all strangers. They say, all strangers bring in trouble. First they brought a horrible ancient thing here, and now other strangers are trying to fish it out of the lake and open it. Let's drive everyone but us Nixies away. Then we'll have peace and quiet again like before. Try open it. More strangers. They hid in the cave near the lake. They have been using hooks with big nets to try to retrieve the box. It's treasure. Ah, treasure. That's what they say. How can that thing be treasure? It's a huge, scary box that has a picture of a one-eyed skull with a coin in it. I don't know where it came from, but I know it's something I've never want to visit. Maybe I can help. You look really strong. Can you do something about the evil box? Maybe. I just wish I hadn't. I just wish it would disappear. Then all the other Nixies would forgive me and stop being angry at the humans. Sure, I'll go. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright. Scary box, eh? Okay. You know, Lisa, my father always used to scold me, saying, Ivar, you shouldn't wag your tongue so much. I never listened. Remember the day of matchmaking? The headman's son came to you, gave you those nice boots only city ladies wear, and his servants brought a barrel of honey and a crate of sausages. Then Mengar the smith came, brought an ornate door casing, skillfully crafted locks and piles of other housewares, and said he was going to decorate the house for the two of you with all he crafted. I came late in the evening after all of them had left, and all I bought was a bunch of wildflowers. I set them in the porch and said I saw a Nixie crying in the forest. She planned to make a lantern of my heart, but she found my heart was already taken. Oh, nice. That was smooth, mate. That was smooth. It's bad fortune to make Nixies cry, so Lady Lisa, would you go to the forest and give the heart you've taken to anyone who may need it more than you? Okay. You told me I was such a fool and then kissed me. For our wedding, you invited your relatives, the old miller's widow, and stupid Aysel the fishman, out of pity. I suspect as no one else wanted to spend time around him. I invited frogs, wind, and the full moon. Brother moon, I said, please be kind as to share your light with everyone, for my bride tires of shining over the world alone. The frogs sang along with Aysel, and you were more beautiful than the moon, and more cheerful than the spring wind. Ari was about to turn 5 and Mika was just 4, and I spent a month dragging fish to the cliff and cursing a stupid wyvern who just wouldn't be lured. When I finally lured it, I chased her through the bushes, collecting her silver scales here and there after they fell. It wouldn't have been so hard to decorate our garden with those scales if I had done it at night. Then the morning came and our children went silent, their mouths agape. Hundreds of silver lights sparkled atop apple and cherry trees. I hid my scratched hands in my sleeves and scoffed. This isn't so special. You've never noticed before how the stars hide in the trees from the cunning sky cat. You look at me without a word, but I could still hear your words in my mind. You're such a fool, Ivar. I love you. I don't remember how I came up with the story of the silver dragon. I came home late with a black grouse. I shot and said it was a hard fight. I just couldn't aim properly. This dragon kept peeping out of the clouds, blinding me with his shining silver wings. You saw a real dragon, Dad. Not the whole dragon, no. You see, the only way to see the dragon is if two loving souls climb up the high cliffs under the new moon, hand in hand. At the time I wasn't thinking how dark the night was, or how steep the path to the top of the cliff was, especially for little feet, or how wet the rocks were after a rain. I was just looking at you, wishing it was us, two loving souls hand in hand, sneaking away up to the skies, as we did when we weren't that much older than Ari and Micah. The next morning you woke first, and it was you who found our children's bed emptied. You said nothing to me, not then, not when we walked through the misty woods, not when we found Mika's doll at the start of the path leading to the cliff. You kept silent as I ascended from the chasm with Ari's body in my hands. You said nothing when Aysel brought Micah's body, found further out at the lake shore near the cliff. You're such a fool, Ivar. You wag your tongue too much. It was just a story, another of your stupid fairy tales. How could it end this way? I'm so sorry, Lisa. Better you married the smith, or a headsman's son, or even stupid Aysel. Anyone but me. It's all my fault. Forgive me, please. And let me go. Today, I'll go to the children's graves and... Oh well, see what happens when you tell stories, folks. That's what happens.
Cannot hide from me. Try to make this swift.
I don't think I need to do...
Strike with all your might.
Tall, ready-to man dressed in hunter's clothes is balancing at the brink of a cliff. One wrong move and he'll fall into the chasm. What are you waiting for? Jump! Jump! What are you doing? Oh, that's all. Many would like to silence the dragon's voice. I won't give them the pleasure. Well, it should be not to introduce myself. My name is Ivar, yeah, because we need to know who his name is. A red-headed man watches you closely, but makes no move to run or draw his weapons. If you pass through the village, you must have heard rumours about me. Once I used to be simple hunter. But now I keep the peace in this region by order of their lord, the Silver Dragon. So you're the dragon's voice? That's what people call me. The lands are under protection of the Silver Dragon, and I am his most trusted servant. May I have an audience? Waste your time. It cannot be bought with gold or maiden's kiss of magic. Even if you were to try, you're welcome to it. The dragon won't speak to anyone but me. You know who I am? I know everything that happens in this village and for leagues around. Of course I'm aware of your arrival. Such a prestigious guest striding into our lands. Not hiding my identity. In fact, I have nothing to hide at all. That's so. Well, honestly, as a virtue and one that's hard to find these days, especially if you're talking about kings, queens, or anyone who seeks to rule others. What do you want to ask me about, you baron? At your house? It's mine, so what? There were some papers around the house. He frowns, fist clenched, regains control immediately. I should have watched over my papers more carefully. Though what difference does it make? What would it change? Okay. I'm so sure about another time will happen. I won't stay here long. There's an old saying, sluggish wolf soon stars. Did he jump? Oh, didn't he? I'm not going to say it out loud. The chief ripped me a new one if he heard me, but I think it's time to hit the road. Silverstep is cursed. Look, just yesterday I saw a boat sailing to the lake. A big one, kind with a big sail. and there were a bunch of people on board around some big box of chest or something. All of a sudden, the steersman spins the wheel and rams the boat right against the rocks. The wreck went down at the cliff, not far from our cave. The people jumped out and tried to swim for shore, but they just froze in place and sank under without a sound. One got close enough I could see his face, a mask of terror I can't even begin to describe. Yelled something about Sharon, went pale, froze like the others, and pop. The last I saw of him. Grand. Sure, there are plenty of nasty beasts around, but this was something else. I trust my instincts, and they're screaming at me loud as can be to get out while we still can. If we don't, we're all gonna die. Cut the wine and bud, there's a wrecked boat, and you say we should run? I say we go take a look. Maybe there's some valuables in the wreckage. Now you've done it. Chief found out about the boat and chest, and now all he talks about is looking for treasure. He's going to have the others out searching for it, poking around the lake bed with hooks. And at night, of all things, so the locals don't notice. I'm telling you, no good will come of this. These woods give me the creeps, and they're even worse at night. Day before yesterday, I was on my back to the cave and heard a noise behind me. Turned around and saw two glowing eyes staring at me from the woods. Imagine it, the fir grove in the dark, and just two blazing embers in the night. I don't know what it was, and I don't want to. I'm just glad it disappeared as soon as I saw it. While we were busy being scared of that wolf or runaway kitty or whatever it was, I found that box. Just sitting there, all that precious treasure on the lake bed. It's not even that far from the shore. We're fishing it out tomorrow. Are you serious? I swear. If we don't get out of here before the box is out of the water, something terrible is going to happen. Look, the beast that attacked the cave was scary, sure, but we gave it hell, didn't we? And when the chest set it on fire, it ran off, didn't it? Howled so loud I thought my head exploded, but we came out fine. No, I think I'm going to stay. I bet the box is full of treasure, and as for the beast and those drowned men of yours, well, this profession's all that's taking risks, right? There's risk, and there's whatever this is. No. When the chief goes out to get that box, I'm going to show my heels. Farewell, pal, and life is long. Maybe we'll meet again someday, if we play our cards right. Okay, this sounds terrific, by the way. Oh, whoever did that, nice work.
I'll fight if I have to.
Cannot hide from me.
Water and sludge still drip from the huge stone block, which has obviously been dredged from the lake bottom recently. Upon closer inspection, it looks like a huge chest, or rather a sarcophagus. One side bears an engraved symbol, a skull with a single eye socket. The eye socket is covered with a coin. Detect magic. Magic presence here is obvious. You can sense powerful necromancies. Can't figure out the specific spells in use here. Right. Engraving on the side of the sarcophagus resembles the symbol of Charon, the horseman of death, but Charon's symbol usually has two eye sockets, each covered by a coin. While the symbol here is only one, there's nothing more you can tell about the sarcophagus. You have no idea where the sarcophagus came from, but you know enough about enchantments to know there must be an easy way to open it. Experimenting with the engravings and various combinations, you discover when you press your finger against the skull symbol with your hand on the lid, the cover slides aside easily. Your triumph is short-lived, however. As the lid slides open, there is a sound of something huge, stirring within the sarcophagus. You hear a rattling whistle like an air pushed through a leaky bellows, and scraps of flesh flying from the sarcophagus. Whatever's inside is huge, angry, and far from dead. Oh, fantastic. Oh, great. Okay. Zombies. Oh. Okay, this is fun. Maybe I should have rested.
This is for you! I'll fight if I have to!
Oh, that was easy that time. Alright. Haste. Yes, haste. Right, okay. Great axe. Problem solved. There was a monster in a box, a cyclops, but he's dead now. Well, I think I know it's like killed our family. She throws her hands up in joy. You did it. I have to tell my family as soon as possible. Once I tell them what you did, they'll understand that not all strangers are bad. A cyclops, huh? I doubt any of us could have dealt with that. I see you've earned yourself a reward. Got anything else? I need to tell you something about the fish and this dragon of yours. Talk about the dragon all day long. But I haven't. Fish were jumping ashore thanks to an ancient sarcophagus. The Nixies lied to you. They're fey, so what do you expect? But Ivar told me about the dragon, not the fish. Just the dragon is protecting us. But I know Ivar well. Ivar doesn't lie. I know for a fact it was a cyclops kept in a sarcophagus under the lake that caused all the strange occurrences. The cyclops is dead now. So what then? The fish won't jump ashore anymore? That's too bad. Can we get another cyclops from somewhere then? Do we know where he is? Oh, we went to the grove up north again. That's where his children's graves are. Sometimes he'll disappear for several days at a time. I won't tell anyone where he goes, but I know anyway. Something terrible happened to him. Yes, but we know what happened to him because we've read the letter, but you have to remind me of that. He wasn't the dragon's voice before. He used to live there. In a house to the northwest. He used to go hunting and tell us all kinds of stories. Like a real bard would. Had a family too, but then icy slips. Well, one of his kids ran away, didn't run away. He told a story, they ran up there. Bish bash bosh. Come on now. There we go.
Nowhere to run. I stand ready. We cannot be defeated.
What the hell is that? No idea what the hell you are. Smite you? Oh, it's a werewolf. Shrinks and contorts. The beastly features transform into the face of Ivar, the hunter. There are deep wounds all over his body. So this is how it finally ends. You defeated him. That is enough. Stay your hand. Do not let anger control you. He looks at the werewolf, sadness in his eyes. Please at least speak with him before passing your sentence. Let it be my last fairy tale then. Once upon a time, I lived a stupid young hunter named Ivar. He loved his family, his wife, his son, his little daughter very much. He also loved making up fairy tales for his children, but one night he came up with a foolish story, one about a silver dragon that can only be spotted if you climb to the top of the high cliff as the noon moon rises. That very night, the children snuck out of the house and their bodies were found at the base of the cliff the next morning. I kindly gathered that by reading it. His poor wife's heart couldn't bear the loss. She was gone soon after. So Ivar cursed himself, cursed his own blabbering tongue and reckless mind. Standing near the graves of his family, he could only mutter to himself over and over, I'm a monster, I'm a monster. Then he felt the self-inflicted curse begin to melt into the insides, burning him, turning him into a beast. He became a werewolf, swore to protect the village to honour the memory of Lisa and his children. He wanted to serve the people, to bring them good instead of evil, at least once. I would like to do number 2 actually. Why not you work for me? Lay down this title of Dragon's Voice, become the Baron's voice for the people. I'm not interested in working for anyone else. Besides, the village would never accept me if they learned who I really am. So please, just finish me off or let me go. Choice is yours. How exactly did you serve the people? There's always someone trying to take the village, but in their property or their lives. Many is the villains who become food for worms in the nearby woods. The only danger I haven't gained much ground against is a gang holed up in a nearby cave. I started hunting them, but it seems I've run out of time to finish the job. Then I'll do it for you. Tell me about the gang. Plan a visit. The gang's not big, but they are well trained. They are fairly familiar with the woods around here. They've made a den in one of the caves and to the west, near the lake. It isn't far. Where would you go if I spared you? I stopped looking to the future long ago, but I don't think I belong here anymore, especially if people discover the truth. Rather to spare my life, I'd leave. Leave and try to find a new reason to live. Alright then, I won't finish it. Not expecting mercy, but I'm certainly not grateful for it. Hope you come to terms with your loss. May Serenade's light guide you. Thank you for showing mercy. Shaking slightly after all this happened. Thank you for giving him a choice. A chance. I hear there's a cure for lycanthropy. Good luck. Good luck. I don't know why I would say cure to good. I would just say neutral. A word imparting, if I may. Consider it my werewolf instincts talking. I can tell you you'll be the subject of stories and legends yourself soon, and I'm sure they'll be told far and wide across the land. Now, wherever there are tales of terror or hope, well, it'll be up to you.